y'all, gravity, any day above ground living. Uh, let's just get this out the way. I don't care about that sub. We just gonna say it like that. I really don't care about that sub. Rest in peace to whoever died, but yeah, we gotta keep moving. People die doing what they love every day, B. That's the way I'm looking at this. But anyway, everybody was so focused on that sub yesterday. All week, essentially. They forgot that the country keeps moving and things have been coming out, especially with Hunter. Hunter Biden came out. They said that, yeah, he did some wrongdoing, but we gonna drop some of these charges. We gonna make them light. Let old boy go home. And he was out hobnobbing with the Chinese. Oh yes. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yes. He was outside hobnobbing with Chinese after he escaped jail. But all right, let's go ahead and get that done. Fly it in our faces. That's cool. But as you see on the screen, yeah, the House Republicans said, yeah, you know what? Since y'all going to impeach Trump and y'all did that, we're going to do that to you. We're going to do that to you. And they did it. Tabernacle. Here we go. Here's your articles of impeachment written by none other than Marjorie Taylor Greene. She introduced it way back in 2021, but this is essentially what the resolution is going to be about and what they're going to try to get Biden out of office for. So it says the resolution is impeaching Joseph R. Biden, President of the United States, for abuse of power by enabling bribery and other high crimes and misdemeanors. Resolved that Joseph Robinette Biden, President of the United States, is impeached for abuse of power by enabling bribery and other high crimes and misdemeanors, and that the following article of impeachment be exhibited to the United States Senate. And we know that wasn't going to go anywhere because it's 50-50, but the Democrats still hold the deciding vote. Sorry, it's early. But basically, Article 1 is abuse of power. And they were basically mentioning his son and his brother and business dealings that they've had with Ukraine and China and others when he was vice president. So, okay, now this was a day after he became president. So then we go 2.5 years later to this. Divided House sidesteps Biden impeachment vote but starts inquiry. So now it's going to get hot. The Republican-led chamber moved to refer articles of impeachment to two House committees, charging that the president's immigration policies are an impeachable offense. And this is one of them who is introducing these articles, Lauren Boebert. You know, the chick who had a kid at 17 but want to lecture people on being good mothers. Yeah, we're good on that. The Republican-led House on Thursday quashed a move to quickly impeach President Biden, but voted along party lines to open an investigation into his removal, as reluctant GOP leaders bowed to a member of their hard right flank who demanded to move forward with charges that his immigration policies constitute high crimes and misdemeanors. By a vote of 219 to 208, the House referred two articles of impeachment against Mr. Biden, one for abuse of power and one for dereliction of duty, to the Homeland Security and Judiciary committees. Speaker Kevin McCarthy engineered the move, which allowed the impeachment articles to advance without officially endorsing them. I wonder why. He sought with the referral to diffuse pressure from right wing lawmakers to immediately begin the process of removing Mr. Biden from office, despite a lack of evidence of any wrongdoing. Right. A lack of evidence. Okay. Sure. Because the laptop ain't real, right? The voice calls aren't real, right? Lack of evidence. Okay. We'll show this lack of evidence in a little while. But let's continue. Representative Lauren Boebert, Republican of Colorado, prompted the action by pushing this week to force a vote on a resolution that accuses Mr. Biden of orchestrating an invasion of the United States through lax immigration policies using language often associated with replacement theory, a racist conspiracy theory that asserts that elites are working to replace white Americans with people of color invading the country. We know damn well that's not what replacement theory means, but of course, they're going to have to try to make it that white people are victims. Replacement theory is to get rid of black people. We know this. We have proven this time and time again. Well, once again, the world is correct. Got to make white people who love to lecture people not to be victims, to stand up. Now they want to be victims. Yes, ma'am. You read that correctly and you heard that correctly. Replacement theory is about white people. That thrust Mr. McCarthy, who had previously said he had yet to see any basis for impeaching Mr. Biden and was privately concerned that Republicans have yet to build a concrete case against the president, into a fraught debate some of his colleagues consider premature and politically risky. Oh boy. Okay, Kevin. And you wonder why people were like, we don't want him to be Speaker of the House. This is white supremacy, folks. This is white supremacy. All day, every day. All right. But all right. Well, people just all talked about it, Mr. McCarthy said, in defense of referring the impeachment charges for further study. We take the investigations wherever the information tells us. It was the latest display of Mr. McCarthy's weak hold on his fractious rank and file and the lengths to which he's going to appease hard right lawmakers who are enraged that he cut a deal with President Biden to suspend the debt limit and have since demanded more control over the agenda of what bills reach the House floor. Democrats denounced the move as a farce and a reflection of how the Republican Party is catering to its extremes, and a craven move to distract attention from the misdeeds of former President Donald J. Trump, who was indicted this month on charges he mishandled classified national security information and obstructed and lied to investigators about it. Hmm. When the MAGA wingnuts say jump, Speaker McCarthy says how high, said Representative Jim McGovern, Democrat of Massachusetts. They can try to impeach Joe Biden all they want, but all they are doing is impeaching themselves and making a mockery of this place. I'm pretty sure everybody did that already, but okay. Once again, y'all don't care. It's white supremacy. But all right. Congress in 2023, that's when it became a mockery. Sure. Got it. Ms. Boebert exulted over the vote, arguing that Mr. Biden had knowingly violated federal immigration laws and should be removed. For the first time in 24 years, she said a House Republican-led majority is moving forward with impeachment proceedings against the current president. Biden has presided over the largest spike in illegal immigration at the southern border in decades. During the 2022 fiscal year, Border Patrol agents arrested migrants, illegal immigrants, who crossed the border illegally more than 2.2 million times. The influx is part of a global migration trend with people fleeing extreme poverty, violence, and unstable regimes. It also led to large numbers of migrants crossing the border during the Trump administration. In the past month, however, the number of crossings has decreased significantly after the Biden administration introduced new border policies that restrict access to asylum and created new legal pathways. Ms. Bober's decision to push forward with her articles of impeachment frustrated many Republicans in the conference who want to address border policies but can see that there is no clear evidence of crimes by Mr. Biden or members of his cabinet that would meet the bar of high crimes and misdemeanors warranting removal from office. Okay. So you have an influx of migrants. You're seeing this on TV every day, but there's no evidence to go forward. This is why I say conservatives are dumb. This is why I say Republicans are dumb. This is why I say Democrats are dumb. This is why I say liberals are dumb. You literally have news article after news article after news article after news video, social media videos of people crossing the border, and you're going to really sit up there and tell us, New York Times, there that somebody said there's no evidence of high crimes. You literally have a report where somebody said they're glad Biden is in office because the border is open and it's good for business. You literally have them said, I forgot. That was Fox News. So y'all don't believe it. I forgot. I forgot. We didn't see the videos of kids getting thrown over the wall. We didn't see this. We didn't see the busloads of people that they dropped off. Sorry, not people, illegal immigrants. They dropped off in black neighborhoods. We don't see this. We don't see Brandon Johnson screwing Chicago. We don't see this. We don't see Eric Adams in New York taking in migrants, and then his budget is so strapped that he can't work. We didn't see this, right? This didn't happen. We didn't see Governor Wheels and DeSantis put busloads of migrants and send them up north. We didn't see this. We didn't see migrants walk to the Canadian border. We didn't see this. There's no evidence, right? You can go sit at the California Mexico border all day and see people crossing over, but there's no evidence. They think we're dumb. They think we're dumb. But all right, sure. Mm, mm, mm. MAGA, this is your problem. Y'all don't screen people. This is your problem. And you need to exorcise your demons. That's okay. Y'all are worried about illegal immigration. That's fair. I need y'all to worry about this, though. If you want to get rid of Joe Biden, here's where you should really start. IRS agent told Congress of Hunter Biden invoking his father in business deal. A whistleblower said the tax agency found a message from 2017 in which Hunter Biden pressured a Chinese business partner by saying he was with his father, who was then out of office. He didn't unalive himself or herself. The lead IRS agent investigating whether Hunter Biden committed tax crimes told Congress his team uncovered evidence that Mr. Biden had invoked his father, who was then out of office, while pressing a potential Chinese business partner in 2017 to move ahead with a proposed energy deal, House Republicans said. In testimony made public on Thursday, Gary Shapley, an IRS agent since '09, who supervised the tax agency's investigation into Hunter Biden, said his team used a search warrant to obtain a July 30, 2017 WhatsApp message from Mr. Biden to Henry Zhao, a Chinese businessman. In a summary of the message provided to the House Ways and Means Committee by Mr. Shapley, Mr. Biden told Mr. Zhao that he was sitting with his father and that we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. Quote, tell the director I would like to resolve this now before it gets out of hand. And now means tonight, Mr. Biden wrote, referring to other participants in the proposed deal. And Z, if I get a call or text from anyone involved in this other than you, Zhang, or the chairman, I will make certain that between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows and my ability to forever hold a grudge, that you will regret not following my direction. Hey, let's go. I like it. Go ahead. Talk spicy. Go ahead. Taken at face value, the message would undercut President Biden's longstanding claims that he had nothing to do with his son's international business dealings. Sure. Coming days after Hunter Biden agreed to plead guilty to two misdemeanor charges of failing to file his taxes on time in 2017 and 2018, the release of the information underscored the determination of House Republicans to continue to try to tie his father to his business dealings to suggest that they were corrupt, but they are corrupt. But okay. But it was not immediately clear whether Hunter Biden had been with his father when he sent the message or what his father, then a private citizen, had finished his term as vice president 6 months earlier, knew about his son's negotiations with his potential Chinese partners. It is also not clear whether Mr. Biden was using his father's name without his knowledge to extract money in business deals. Mr. Shapley, in fact, also told Congress that his investigation had uncovered some evidence that some of the claims of the elder Mr. Biden's involvement were mere wishful thinking, which is what they're going to use to try to exonerate Biden. But of course, he told in an interview conducted with Hunter Biden's business associate, Rob Walker, told investigators that it was projection that former Vice President Biden would get involved in their business ventures. Right. So the Ukraine one that y'all reported on, that didn't work. Right. Sure. Tell lies, why don't you? Please tell some more lies. He wasn't on, was Hunter Biden not on Burisma's, was he not on there? Let me know. I like to know that. I would like to know that. Was he not on there? Did he not call his father the big guy? Was his uncle, Joe Biden's brother, was he not on there? Were they not taking money? Is that what you're trying to tell us? They think you're dumb, folks. I just want y'all to understand this. They think you're dumb. Like we don't listen to the news all day every day. They think we're dumb. They put out the information, we send it back to them, and they think we're dumb. That didn't happen. They think we're dumb. Okay. He told of an interview conducted with Hunter Biden's business associate, Rob Walker, who told investigators that it was projection that former President Biden would get involved in their business ventures. I certainly never was thinking at any time the VP was a part of anything we were doing, Mr. Walker said, according to Mr. Shapley. Hunter Biden at the time was addicted to crack cocaine, engaging in tawdry and self-destructive behavior, and facing financial pressures. He had spent years pursuing ventures that raised ethical concerns about their intersection with his father's career, especially during the 8 years the elder Mr. Biden spent as vice president, and the death of his brother Bo in 2015 had contributed to his downward spiral. Mr. Shapley said that investigators had received a WhatsApp message in response to a search warrant, but the message was not among those that Mr. Biden's lawyers handed over to federal prosecutors in response to grand jury subpoenas during the lengthy investigation run by the Justice Department with help from the IRS, according to a person familiar with the matter, nor was the message one that prosecutors pressed Mr. Biden's lawyers to explain. It was not. It was also not among the trove of messages that had surfaced from a laptop Mr. Biden left at a repair shop in Delaware was later made available to journalists. I thought that laptop didn't exist. Ooh, what is this? The two investigators, one of whom described himself as a Democrat, told Congress of a lengthy period of strife between them and others involved in the investigation. They said a particular prosecutor at the Justice Department, excuse me, blocked some of their efforts to communicate too much information to Hunter Biden's legal team. I thought you were supposed to be bipartisan in something like this. I thought there's supposed to be no party lines. What am I saying? White supremacy is a party. What am I saying? This is great. Oh man. Mr. Shapley suggested that IRS agents believed they were grounds to charge Mr. Biden with more serious crimes than he ultimately agreed to plead guilty to as part of his deal with the Justice Department. Mr. Shapley told the committee that he was alleging with evidence that DOJ provided preferential treatment, slow walked the investigation, did nothing to avoid obvious conflicts of interest in this investigation. And they go on and on and on. Yeah. So let me get this right. So y'all introduce impeachment articles, but you're telling me you don't have enough evidence. So you wasted taxpayer money. You have evidence of Biden screwing around for the last 2 years. You've done nothing to present that to the stupid people in the room so you can get them on your side. We've seen the evidence of Biden's misdealings, everybody involved, but y'all don't want to impeach him. You try to finagle away where Congress is involved, but Congress ain't involved. I think I'm getting this. What's the problem? It's like I said before, they'd have to bring in Obama. They don't want to do that because the nouveau blacks, they need to keep on the plantation. And if you bring Obama into it and start asking him questions about what was going on in your White House for 8 years, that's going to strain the image of the nouveau black. But the nouveau black is going to tell you that, hey, the Republicans do it all the time. So why are you knocking him? No, dumbass. It's called everybody does it. It's just whoever's in power that time gets more of a pass. Unless you're Trump, of course. But okay. Let's look at it like this. You have the evidence. There should be no reason why you don't ask Biden to come in and talk about this. If he's really about that life, he should just go in there and say, listen, that's my son. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Prove it. And we go home. He would actually look better. But the reason why he hasn't said anything about this is because he knew he did something wrong. Now, his son might have overstepped. He probably told him, listen, just use my name when it's convenient. He probably went and used it all the time. But of course, once again, this is white supremacy. This is white supremacy. Now, again, I'm curious to see what old Corinne is going to say about this. I'm curious to see what the White House is going to say about this. Let's see. What time is the press briefing? What time? Let's look this up. Da, 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 da. Oh Lord. Okay, we might have to get off of this. I just saw a very okay, this might turn into a roast. I'm trying to see let me just see what time this press briefing is. Let me just see. Briefing room. Let me see. Where is it? President Biden issues executive order and strengthening access to contraceptive. Who cares? Um who's going to be in the state dinner? Let's see. Oh, this is for India. Never mind. I don't give a fuck about that. Not yet, at least, because I know he's talking to Modi to try to see how far BRICS is going. But let's see. Okay, this might be turning into a roast, folks. I'm sorry. I just read some. I just saw a stupid article. This might turn into a roast. Okay, I'll find out later about the press briefing. If they say something about it, I'll probably put up a short about it. But we gonna have to roast real fast before we get up out of here and start our days, family, because I just saw this stupid ass article just now. Corinne Jean Pierre talks having swag in the hardest job in the White House. I'm representing the Black community, the Caribbean community, the LGBTQ community, and it's incredibly important to me that I do that well. What? 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 You who are you representing again? Hold up, ma'am. No, 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 no. No, we got to do this correctly, family. Oh no, I'm not gonna let her get away with this. I'm not gonna let her get away with this.
But you get on the floor for this clown. He's a bum. He's trash. And you know it. And every time you bring him up, I'm going to let the world know exactly what he is.
Oh, we got to put on the music for this one, family. Oh, no, no, no. You are not getting away with this, ma'am. Uh-uh. No, no, no. You are married to a white woman. You are not about to get away with this. Ma'am, when have you ever represented the Black community one time? When? Explain this to us. I need to know this. When have you ever said you're a Black woman? When? When? You want to play the spook who sat by the door. Oh, no, no, no. The Black community, you don't represent the Black community, man. Because if you represented the Black community, you would have stood on that stage and let Black people ask you questions instead of copping attitudes. You're not about to lie to us like this. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, we're going to read the article. We're going to read the article. I want to hear how much bullshit she's talking. Oh, you talked to her for 19 minutes? We're not going to listen to her for 19 minutes. Yeah, that's how you look when somebody says you Black. That's exactly how you look. Who is this moist nigga they got? This is like Orlando Jones if they put AI on the critter. That's what he would look like today. But okay. On any given day inside the White House press briefing room with television cameras zoomed in at the podium, all eyes are fixated on Corinne Jean Pierre. The White House press secretary is not only the spokesman for the president of the United States, but she is also the first Black person, the first LGBT person, and the first immigrant to hold the position. At least the griot got that right. At least they didn't put immigrant first, because we know what would happen. But all right, I see what y'all doing, yo. As press secretary for President Joe Biden, Jean Pierre is often the first voice that Americans hear from the White House. Through good news like the prison release of WNBA star Brittany Griner after almost 10 months of being wrongfully detained in Russia, and tragic news like when 9 Black Americans were murdered inside of a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. Dumbasses, it was 10. See, they already got it wrong. And this is why the griot, this is why they're not respected. They can't even they have a Black massacre that happened and can't even get the number right. It was 10. And if you really want to get technical, It was 10 people that were killed, 13 injured. But of course, let's lie. Let's be inaccurate. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit more because I want y'all to hear all this. Here we go. Through it all, and after more than a year at the podium, Jean-Pierre tells a griot, "I love my job." Well, no shit. You're getting paid. You only work 5 days a week. And you only have to be up there for what? About an hour and a half? And if something pops off, you end up on the news. So your profile grows. You have an easy job, man. You have a whole crew. But all right. I know it probably sounds crazy to some people out there, but I do, she said during a sit-down interview highlighting her historic role for Pride Month. Just had to throw that in there, did you? Y'all could have interviewed her any day of the week, any month of the year. You waited till Pride Month. Okay, let's have fun. I will never have an opportunity like this or a job like this ever again. You damn right. Jean-Pierre explained, and it's such a critical moment to be at this podium right now because of what's going on, not just in the country, but around the world. Yeah. The France-born daughter, there it is. The France-born daughter of Haitian immigrants said she understands the importance of her role, one that some say is the hardest job in the White House outside of the presidency itself. I think the Joint Chiefs of Staff would like to have a word with you. I think the Secret Service would like to have a word with you. Especially when Biden falls down. I think they would like to have a word with you. Ron Klain, the former chief of staff, used to say to me, "You have the hardest job in this building." Recall Jean-Pierre, who said it can often feel like having the weight of the world on her shoulders when she goes to the briefing room podium. It's not for everyone, she added. The day in the life of a White House press secretary can be hectic. Jean-Pierre often spends hours preparing for briefings with her team of 12 staffers and Biden-Harris administration officials to craft messaging to the White House reporters and by proxy the American people. Part of her job is also going straight to the source when necessary. I also have to sometimes go directly to the president and say, "Hey, Mr. President, what is it you want me to say on this particular issue?" Say Jean-Pierre, or just listening to him and hearing what he thinks on various items that are important to the American people. On his behalf, as press secretary, he has been particularly clear in communicating the president's support for the Black and LGBT community. You lying son of a... She be lying!
Where the fuck have you been?
Well,
She be lying. What? Excuse me? Communicating what? Let me read that again. On his behalf as press secretary, she's been particularly clear in communicating the president's support for the Black and LGBTQ communities. What support? What support? Explain this. What support? Huh? That man don't like us. He does not like us. What support? If he supported, like you said, where is the money to fix Howard University? Where is the money? Huh? 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 Oh, it's because they Black. Biden don't like Black people. I don't know. He put you in that role. And what's her name? Psaki put you in that role so you can soften the blow when he does fucked up shit to Black people. Because you're going to explain it. But you haven't done a very good job of explaining it, because every time somebody presses you on it, you cop an attitude. You ain't black, man, but that's okay. That's in line with what Biden likes. But you said his support for the LGBTQ community. I have a question, you lying mophead, you. You lying mophead, you. He's all about, remember what he said, family? That the country's going to be majority Hispanic in a few years, and y'all need to work with them. And based on the article that I just read earlier, he's being impeached for letting the borders be wide open, everybody coming in. Yeah, he has support for the LGBTQ, right? Tabernacle, explain this to me. Hey, Corinne, make sure you have this in your press briefing this morning. Explain this article to us. Biden asylum travel ban placing LGBTQ migrants in harm's way, advocates say. Oops. Let's see. And we're going to go back to her article. Title 42 expulsions are no more, but policies such as the Biden administration's online asylum applications and the so-called travel ban are putting LGBTQ migrants in harm's way, illegal immigrants in harm's way, according to U.S. and Latin American advocates. So-called travel ban. I seem to remember 3 years ago, somebody wanted to put a travel ban. Y'all said it was xenophobic. Where are the xenophobia calls? I'm just trying to find out. I looked, I didn't see them, but all right. That's because online appointments take time and force the migrants to wait, illegal immigrants, to wait in countries where discrimination and violence based on gender orientation are palpable. Likewise, forcing LGBTQ migrants to first apply for protection in those countries is wrong. A group of advocates assembled by the Welcome with Dignity campaign said Thursday on a Zoom call. Asylum is a lawful pathway to the United States. If you are fleeing persecution or torture and make it to American soil, you have a fundamental right to ask for asylum. The new Biden rule is illegal, said Aaron Morse, executive director of Immigration Equality in New York City. He was referring to the Circumvention of Lawful Pathways rule the Department of Homeland Security published in May. It requires asylum seekers to apply for an appointment through the CPB One app or to apply for protection first and be denied in the countries they travel through on the way to the U.S. This is the support you're talking about, Corinne. At least 2 civil rights organizations are contemplating suing to overturn the rule, Morris said, and allow anyone to show up at the border and apply for asylum. A California group called Al Otro Lado has documented high rates of violence and intimidation against LGBTQ illegal immigrants. Illegal aliens, whatever the hell you want to call it. Illegal fuckers, that's what we'll call them from now on. The group has interviewed 420 such illegal fuckers, and it says 1 in 5 was a victim of kidnapping and 1 in 4 a victim of sexual violence. Half said they feared for their lives in Mexico and elsewhere in Latin America because they had received threats. We've seen a dramatic rise in restrictive policies that limit the rights of asylum seekers at the southern border. It affects everyone, but is disproportionate to LGBTQ, said Nicole Ramos, director of Al Otro Lado's Border Rights Project. And what we've seen over the last 8 years is the government's effort to install more barbed wire, more CPB officers and Mexican officials acting at the direction of U.S. authorities that gives them thousands of dollars to patrol the border. Correct. Yes, that's what they're supposed to do. You have a problem with that?
Who cares?
You need to stay where you're at. Oh, we're embracing villainy right now, folks, because this is detrimental to black people, not white people and replacement theory. No, this is detrimental to black people. Y'all need to fuck off. And I mean that. I get you want to come here and have a better life. I get that. Y'all need to fuck off. Come in the right way. Go through the process. We as black people have to go through the process of living every day. You can go through a process to become a citizen that's only going to take 5 years. We have to be black our whole lives. So y'all can straight fuck off. And I mean that. But enough about this. Let's go back to Corinne and the rot. I mean, the grilled. Well, for her, it's the grilled, fried pork. Back to the fried pork. It's the most pro-equality administration in history. You lying bitch. But I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you go because this is your opinion. She declared, recalling Biden's nomination of the first black woman, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court and the signing of the Respect for Marriage Act, which codified same-sex marriage into the law for the first time in U.S. history. Your man Obama could have done it, but he didn't do it. But okay. But Ketanji, yeah, how's she working out? Miss, I don't know what a woman is. How is she working out? She is irrelevant. Nobody even brings her up anymore. Remember, hey, black women, a little bit of shrapnel for y'all. Remember when your cohorts were running around the internet during that whole Senate confirmation, how she's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, and this is a win for black women. And if black men had a problem with her, that we were misogynist, yeah. How is she working out now? How is she working out? She was on the bill when Roe v. Wade got reversed. Now, y'all gonna tell me that she wasn't officially a judge yet. She was just waiting in the wings. Sure, she saw it play out. Again, let's ask the question, what has she done since being SCOTUS? What has she done? What has she done? What has she done? I need this motherfucker answered. Torian is in the room. Everybody, I will acknowledge y'all when I'm done with this roast. What has sorry, that's not her name, Ketanji done? What has she done? I'm going to tell you what she's done. And hey, black women, come here, because I'm going to cut this up. I want y'all to see this, because all y'all that sat outside and told me that she's going to be the greatest thing ever and that I'm a hateful black man because I don't want to support her. Yeah, I'm going to show you what she's done. You ready? Here we go.
There you have it. Next morning, and I got a pretty nice sized coon in this trap. This is the trap that I set right on the smack dab in the middle of the trail.
Hey, Corinne, since you want to big up your Jamaican cousin over there, even though Haiti and Jamaica got a proxy war, would you like to explain this to me? Supreme Court news, Jackson sides with conservatives in immigrant deportation case. Wait a minute, she's a Democrat. She's a Democrat. She's supposed to be on the side of the liberals. You're siding with conservatives to deport people?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Huh? I think y'all should be owing me apologies. I want my apologies because I told y'all this was going to happen. Now, I said it was going to be with the crime bill, but she's setting herself up. She's working her way up to that. Let's see. The Supreme Court on Thursday made it easier for the federal government to deport legal immigrants who are convicted of certain crimes, with liberal Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson joining the majority in the 6-3 decision. Well, damn. Huh? Can we get a dance for the family? The coon ran to the white side. Now, I don't like their choice of words, legal immigrants. I don't like that. That blurs the lines a little bit. But okay, we're going to go with their words. In an opinion offered by Justice Brett Kavanaugh, the justices ruled in the case Pugin v. Garland that convictions for both accessory after the fact and attempting to dissuade victims from reporting sexual misconduct are crimes serious enough to make a person eligible for permanent removal. Very good. Very good. Look at Kuntanji. Very good. Lawyers for the plaintiffs in the case said the obstruction of justice requires there to be an open investigation, but Kavanaugh and the other 5 justices said that is not the case. Quote, individuals can obstruct the process of justice even when an investigation or proceeding is not pending, Kavanaugh wrote. For example, a murderer may threaten to kill a witness if the witness reports information to the police. Such an act is no less obstructive merely because the government has yet to catch on and begin an investigation. I'm going to study that a little bit when I get off. Jackson, an appointee of President Joe Biden, found herself for the first time joining 5 Republican appointed justices in opposition to her 2 liberal colleagues. Justice Neil Gorsuch, an appointee of former President Donald Trump, joined liberal Justice Sonia Sotomayor's dissent, with Elena Kagan dissenting in part, creating a 6-3 opinion that wasn't split across ideological lines. I agree with the court that the Ninth Circuit wrongly embraced the pending proceeding requirement when it assessed what types of prior offenses qualify as offenses relating to obstruction of justice under 8 U.S.C. 110A43S for purposes of determining the aggravated felonies that render non-citizens deportable. Jackson wrote in a 4-page concurrence. The decision surrounds 2 long-time lawful permanent residents ordered to be deported following their convictions. One was John Francois Pugin, a citizen of Mauritius, whatever the fuck. Mauritius, whatever, was in the U.S. as a legal permanent resident, but later received a felony conviction for accessory after the fact. The other case involved Fernando Cordero Garcia, a Mexican citizen who has lived in the U.S. as a legal permanent resident since 1965 and worked as a government psychologist. He sexually assaulted several of his patients and threatened them into silence, making claims he could have them committed or take their children if they didn't submit to him. Cordero Garcia was convicted of witness tampering and other crimes, which the government said qualified as an obstruction of justice. Okay, let me see what Jean-Francois Pugin looked like. Let me see what he looked like. Where he at? I don't know. I'm seeing number of white people. All right. Shout out white people. But yes, there you go. Hey, who's ready to have fun? Who's ready to have some fun? She's starting slow, family. Wait till that crime bill shows up. But yeah, there you go. Go ahead and tell me that she was the greatest thing ever, right? She was going to help y'all. She was going to elevate black women. Okay. All right. Back to this. We got to finish off this. We got to finish this. And then I'm going to show you an article where Clarence Thomas went at her neck. The Coons fighting over garbage. All right, say less. Speaking, here we go. Speaking for the president sometimes concludes defending him and his record when challenged by the press or others. Except on Twitter where you block people, but okay. Though it's a position one could easily find daunting, Jean-Pierre acknowledged that her confidence, or as the Griot puts it, her swag in the role has grown over time. Man, who wrote this bullshit? Who wrote this? Her swag?
Oh, I know I don't think I see what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking.
A swag? Okay, sure. Other people have said to me, she recalled, you need to be confident if you're going to be at the podium. However, she acknowledged, we're not going to get everything right, and that's okay, but we're going to do our best to do the business of the American people. You mean everybody else? But all right. With such a high-profile position in the White House comes a lot of opinions from the airways of Fox News. There you go. To the timelines on social media. To preserve herself, Jean-Pierre says she prefers to tune it all out. Sure, I don't read anything good about myself. And I don't read anything bad about myself, she revealed. I put it to the side and I do my business the best way I can on behalf of the president. Other acts of self-care for Jean-Pierre include going for runs and spending time with her 9-year-old daughter, whom she describes as my whole life. Being there for her the best way I can as a mom is so important, she said. That gives me rejuvenation. Jean-Pierre says she learned the importance of self-care in her first stint at the White House during the administration of President Barack Obama. It's what allows her to continue showing up each day on behalf of Biden and his administration, which spans more than 400 federal agencies. During a time like Pride Month, when hundreds of pieces of anti-LGBTQ legislation are being processed across the country, she especially knows now is a critical time for the White House. There's still a lot of hatred out there, and there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, she said. There's a community that we love, and we make it very clear that this is a community that we're going to fight for. There you go. There you go. Go ahead. Please tell me again how much she loves black people. Please, go ahead. Did she ever say this about black people? No. And Florida, hello. You said, did you know that piece of shit new mayor of Chicago pay immigrants rent? Yes, I did. I spent another $7 on monuments. The monuments part I did not know, but yes, the immigrants, yes. I told y'all last year, y'all better get Republican up in there. Y'all clean that city up, but y'all didn't want to listen. All right, hey, do your thing. It's your city. I can't comment on it, but I can comment on it. Get a Republican in 2027. Do that for your city. Jean-Pierre is very aware of this moment in U.S. history as the very communities she represents. Intersectionally, there we go again with that damn word, are at the center of bans of prohibitions in state legislatures across the country as Republican lawmakers seek to eliminate the teaching of race, sexuality, and gender identity in classrooms. For many, she represents what is still possible: Black, queer, and immigrant Americans. Son of a bitch. Now she's queer. First it went to LGBTQ. Now she's queer. She's in a lesbian relationship. What are we saying right now? Now she's queer. When has she been with men? I need this answered. When has she been with men? I'm going to look up. Let me see. Maybe I'm wrong because I don't pay attention to this woman. Where is her boyfriend? I want to see the man she was with before. I need to see this. I need to see this. I'm looking right now. I don't see any men. I see no men. I'm looking at pictures. I've never seen her with a man. I'm looking at the thing. I'm trying to see. Okay, so she's from Martinique. Okay. I've never seen her with a man. I don't think anybody's seen her with a man. Africa can fuck off. Respectfully. Y'all need to go to Europe and Asia for your reparations. Y'all can fuck off. Shamika Gray, good morning. Respectfully, y'all can fuck off. It's not lost on me the communities that I represent and what I mean to those communities, how they view me at the podium, how important. Ma'am, nobody talks about you. Are you sick? Why do they lie like this? Ma'am. Black community does not talk about you. Where is the video of the school kids saying, I want to be like Corinne Jean-Pierre? Where are those videos? Show them to me. They must be few and far between because they don't get circulated on social media. Where is the videos of the Black community saying Corinne Jean-Pierre is one of our studs? That's a fucked up word to say. I didn't mean to use that word. That was on me. That was on me. I'm sorry. That was a poor choice of words. Let me say this again. Corinne Jean-Pierre, where are the videos of the Black community saying that you're one of our champions? Where is that? Where are those videos? I need those. I'm trying to rehabilitate your image. Where are those videos? Ma'am, where is the LGBTQ during Pride Month? Besides this article, where are where's the post where they're saying on this day in Pride Month we're honoring Corinne Jean Pierre, the first black, well, you calling yourself queer, black queer press secretary in the White House? Where's that post? Any LGBTQ organization that has a Twitter page or a social media page or website, where is it? Where is it? Where are the Caribbeans? Hey, Caribbeans. Hey, you Haitians. Where are y'all lionizing this woman? Where are they? Y'all got all the, you know what? Let me turn off the music because I'm sorry. This is the proxy war coming out. Haiti. Shout out to y'all. For real. You got a lot of off-code people, but shout out to y'all. Where are y'all lionizing this woman? Where is her statue in Port-au-Prince? Well, I'm sorry, she was in Martinique. Martinique, where is her? Where is it? Where's her statue? She's probably one of the biggest people that came out of that country if she was born there. But even if she wasn't born there, where's your statue of her? She should be at the airport. Where is this? No, BB, I said a stud, not a spud, a stud. Where is it? Ma'am, nobody in the black community thinks about you. I'm curious though. I want to see something. I need to check something. I need to check something. Where's Kamami? Where's Kamami? Why didn't Kamami? Oh, that's right. Kamami Jamaican, so she ain't gonna put you over. That's right. I forgot about that. All right. Hey, quick question. Yeah. This kind of looks like Bernie Sanders when Simone Sanders saved his life. This white man grabbed the mic and started, he was about to get after it, and you went and saved Kamami. But okay. Let's read this last paragraph again. It's not lost on me the communities that I represent and what I mean to those communities, how they view me at the podium, and how important it is to them, said Jean Pierre. I'm representing the Black community, the Caribbean community, the LGBTQ community, and it's incredibly important to me that I do that well. Man, you don't represent the Black community. You damn sure don't represent B1. You don't represent the FBA. You don't represent ADOS. We already know this. You don't represent Native Black people. You don't represent them. And I'll give you their reasons why. You damn sure don't represent the community, the Caribbean community, because last I checked, you haven't said a damn thing about CARICOM. Not one time. Could be wrong. Yeah, I just searched it. You haven't said a word about CARICOM. Not one time. And they're trying to move, allegedly, the Caribbean to prosperity. You haven't mentioned them not one time. And that's your people. Oh, let me guess. That ain't got nothing to do with you, right? That got nothing to do with you, right? Huh? I know why. And this is going to be a little preview of my show on Monday when I talk about CARICOM. I see why she didn't mention them. Now, even though her parents are Haitian immigrants, she's born in Martinique. Martinique is not part of CARICOM, which is why she's not saying anything. They're part of the OCES, the Caribbean Eastern States. It makes sense. It makes sense. But back to this. You don't represent the Caribbean community, man. You don't. Because even if Haitians haven't even mentioned you, they're more worried about what Black America's doing than lionizing their leaders. They don't even mention Dessalines and Louverture on the daily. They don't even do that. So maybe I'm asking for too much. But okay. The LGBTQ community, we already know who controls that, man. And they damn sure ain't gonna put no Black woman as the face of it. We know this. Full stop. We already know this. They'll put Ezra Miller before you, man. And he's a creep. And Flournoy asks a very important question. Let's explore this. Is there one of them over here that represent where they come from? I'll wait. No. I'll answer it for you. No. They won't do it unless it is convenient. There is no unapologetic Caribbean anywhere in government. Hell no. Remember, Sheila Jackson Lee likes to hide the fact that she's Jamaican. Now she's starting to come out front with it. Corinne, the Haitians don't even like you because, again, when they were getting their ass whooped at Del Rio, you didn't say nothing for 5 days. You should have said, "Hey, Jen, let me address that before you start the press briefing." You should have expressed solace in front of the world on camera. You didn't do that. You didn't even put out a tweet the day of. Am I lying? Corinne, am I lying? You were real silent. People were hard pressed to try to find something that you said about your countrymen, your cousins getting their ass whooped. You didn't say nothing about that. You didn't say nothing about them being deported. You didn't say nothing about them CPB officers minting a coin with the dude who they whipped that went viral. You didn't say nothing about that till 5 days later, and you came out with a bullshit statement. Yeah. 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 I'm even looking at it right now. Believe me, family. Look, where is it? I've been spelling this woman's name wrong for years. I don't give a shit. There's only one R. I don't give a shit. Okay, look, Corinne Jean Pierre, Del Rio, Texas. Where the fuck is your statement? Where's your statement? You addressed them sending troops to the southern border. Where is your statement on Del Rio? Where is it? Look, we'll go to more. Look, where is it? Huh. But okay. But okay. But you're standing for black people, right? You're standing for the Caribbean community, right? I'm sure there were some gay Haitians in there too. You stood for them, right? This is what you said. You said that in front of this smiling Negro right here. This is what you said. You've inspired no black girls. A fictional mermaid has inspired more black girls than you have. Shuri from Black Panther, Letitia Wright, has inspired more black girls than you have. And she's Guyanese. I need that explained to me, ma'am. You have one of the biggest jobs on the entire planet, talking for white supremacy, and you have not inspired anybody. White women can't stand you. Black women don't lionize you. Yo fucking yo fucking neighbors on Hispaniola cuss your name. In between saying that I know black. And the Asians just don't give a fuck about you. They don't care. They were hoping one of them would get up in there. Where's a picture of you and Kamami going out to dinner? But all right. But all right. You right. You representing us so well. Yeah. Sitting there lionizing Katanji, and she sided with conservatives. Yeah, that shit. That must have burned your tasso beef. God dog. Woo, that burned your John, didn't it? You lionized that woman, and then she turned around and sided with conservatives to deport people. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That was on me. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. I let him say. Not once. She did it twice, but okay. Family, don't you just love it when they say stupid statements like this? That they represent the black community. They're the epitome of the black experience. This is what white conservatives love to use as their justification to fuck with us. Why don't you be like this guy over here, this girl over here? They did it right. They're sucking our ass until it becomes uncomfortable. And then we got to come back on them and say this.
We need to stay away from these niggas.
Because they're going to get us killed. But okay, you right. You represent us well. We can dream. We ain't dreaming no more. We're woke. Remember? We're woke.
Oh my God, bro. We gonna keep this? Nigga.
We woke. We not dreaming. We woke. And notice I'm saying this facetiously while I'm smiling. Hey, Corinne, you need to go sit down somewhere. You need to go sit down somewhere. Ma'am, you're going to go down as one of the worst press secretaries in history. You represent the black community so much, you can't even take questions from an African reporter. How is that representing the black community? Explain that. Explain that to us. I want to know what was your fascination to go back and forth with this person? I'd like to know that. I'd like to know that. Oops. 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 Yeah, you represent the black community so well. You represent the black community so well. I want y'all to take a screenshot of that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe before you do it. I need y'all to take a nice screenshot of that. But she says she represents the black community so well. Question: when did she do that interview? Let's check the date, and we're gonna go back to that. When did she do that interview? 7 days ago, June 15th. Ma'am, okay, so you might have did this a couple of days beforehand. So let me get this right. Let me get this right. Let me get this right. So you did that interview a couple of days beforehand because it's the fucking rot, whatever. They might even, I don't know what the fuck they did, but we'll just assume a couple of days. So the next day they published that after you said you represent the black community, you pull this bullshit. She said a whole bunch of nothing. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre seemingly stumbles to answer when pressed about reparations. This, you did this a day later. Let's see. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre seemed to dance around with her words while answering reporter April fucking Ryan, of all people. April fucking Ryan asked that question of all fucking people. She answered that question. She asked that question. This chick who looked like Taraji P. Henson and Red Grant did the fusion dance. This chick, she the one that asked about reparations and your ass stumbled. April fucking Ryan. Another coon. Another coon. Right? Who is a White House correspondent and Washington bureau chief for the Griot, which is the article I just read from.
Be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Hey, Corinne, tell us how you're feeling right now.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Huh. Ain't that something? Bruh. But again, hey, sorry, we're gonna deviate a little bit. White people, you say we're dumb, right? We're the dumb animals, right? Yeah. How come this dumb animal is exposing things that y'all won't touch? Y'all worrying about a fucking submarine. I'm worried about my children's future. Y'all worrying about gay people and what they doing outside. Haven't you noticed that there hasn't been any problems with them pulling that bullshit that they pulling with you with us? Cause we set boundaries. We're not over here eating our own. We exercise our coons. You embrace your open enemy. And you eat with them, you drink with them, you politic with them, you plot against us with them. And now they're turning on you. They can't turn on us. We don't let it get that far. But y'all won't touch nothing like this. See, y'all hate Biden so much, y'all won't put out stories like this because you're fear of being called racist. Huh. Okay. Well, pretty soon I'm going to start exposing you white people, and y'all not going to like it. I'm just going to warn y'all now, family. Next week, there will be a Rumble only stream where I'm going to show white people in their natural habitat with animals, because I can't put it on YouTube because we know how YouTube is. But Rumble, I think I could get away with it. So make sure you subscribe to the Rumble channel. I will put the link in the chat, and we're going to have fun that day. If you thought this roast was funny, that one that day is going to be hilarious. I promise you. But let me get this before I read that article. Where is your I don't even know how you do this on Rumble, to tell you the truth. Rumble is just weird. There's got to be a way. I'll figure it out. But let's get back to that article, because I'm curious to see what April said. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre seemed to dance around with her words while answering reporter April Ryan's questions about President Joe Biden's stance on reparations for Black Americans on June 14th. So this was a day before your article came out. Okay. I stand corrected. So this was a day before, so you lied. Well, you may have lied. We'll say you 50-50. Kind of like your identity with Black people. You 50-50. But okay. You passing. I'll be nice. Nah, you ain't getting a 65. You 50-50. The White House press briefing took place the day after the Juneteenth celebration at the White House. So they couldn't even do it on the day of. All right, say less. I forgot it was a federal holiday. Ain't nobody was working. Okay. Citing a proposal sponsored each session. What the fuck? Signing a proposal sponsored each session from 1989 to 2017 by the late U.S. Representative John James Conyers Jr. and a newer resolution by Representative Cori Bush for a commission to study and develop reparation plans for African Americans. Ryan asked, what does this White House believe when it comes to this controversial issue, repairing a wrong for the descendants of Africans in this nation? At least she got it right. I kind of would have worded that a little better, but all right. At least she's on the right track. Jean-Pierre referenced the White House Juneteenth concert. There it is. Jean-Pierre referenced the White House Juneteenth concert in her response and seemingly avoided the question by noting Biden made Juneteenth a national holiday. What the Oh my God, no. No. Corinne was dancing.
Run to you niggas. Run.
Fam, she highlighted a holiday and said that was his response to reparations. April Ryan was in the crowd when she said it. I'm sorry, I was laughing through the whole clip. I'm sorry. Are you serious right now? Is she serious? She's not serious. She didn't say that. Let me look at it again. My eyes sometimes are bad. Let me read this again. Jean-Pierre referenced the White House Juneteenth concert and her response and seemingly avoided the question by noting Biden made Juneteenth the national holiday. So she did say this. Is she serious right now? Is she serious?
Gonna equal up to this real shit.
Yeah, fuck that nigga talking about.
What? What does a holiday have to do with paying reparations to the descendants of American chattel slavery, the natives that were already here, and getting anti-hate legislation? and provisions set in place so this doesn't happen again, and that Black people could compete in this country. What does that have to do with Juneteenth? You mentioning that in regards to a reparations question? Are you serious? I'm sorry. Maybe y'all could tell me. Has anybody proposed in the reparations legislation or proposal that Juneteenth has to be included? Did any one of them do that? Because I don't remember hearing that. What? Is she serious? She can't be serious. Look at her. That's the look of somebody trying to explain. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. Quote. So look, as you mentioned Juneteenth, there was a concert here yesterday, and we saw how powerful and how moved the president was by the concert and by a kind of the story that was laid out through the concert about Juneteenth and how important that moment was. She said before mentioning civil rights activist Opal Lee. Oh, you mean Opal Lee, the mother of Juneteenth? Respectfully, she's the reason why this thing is so messed up. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it respectfully, because she's so the mother of Juneteenth that she is now being featured on JCPenney's website for Juneteenth. It was about, what did she say when she signed it? This isn't a Texas thing. This is a freedom for all thing. What? Huh? Explain this to me, man. I told y'all she was a griff. I told y'all this. They were fixing to get her. Oh, you don't believe me? Tabernacle. Who this? Who this? Who this? Or as they say on Twitter, is this you? She fought all them years, and all she got out of this was a pen, some pictures, and a JCPenney endorsement that they only going to show once a year for a few days. By the way, this is their Juneteenth section. Now, I know Juneteenth is over, but JCPenney should be equitable and mention that for the whole week, right? That would be nice. I mean, you paid her all that money to model this stuff, so it should be up for the whole week. Well, damn. They said, okay, Juneteenth is gone. Let's just go straight into the 4th of July stuff. We got to erase all this Juneteenth. The Black Independence Day. That's what they call it now. We got to erase all this. We got to go back to the white people holiday. Oh, since y'all love running around talking about some Black people weren't involved in what happened with the slaves, so they shouldn't get paid, and y'all weren't even around for Juneteenth, so I don't know why y'all celebrating it. Hey, white people, y'all weren't involved in the founding of this country, right? That's what you're going to tell us, right? To justify no reparations, right? Yo asses weren't even involved in the writing of the Constitution, but y'all want to run around and say God, family, country, right? Y'all celebrate July 4th. Yo asses didn't fight for that. How many of y'all white people living today were part of the Boston Tea Party? Let me know this. How many of y'all dressed up like $5 Indians and threw tea in the harbor? How many? Huh? How many of y'all were out there fighting them wars to get the country established? How many of y'all were there smelling like wet dogs while they were signing that piece of legislation? Where were y'all at? Oh, y'all weren't there? Then y'all shouldn't be celebrating July 4th. Sure, Robert. Sure. Whites against reparations. That's great for you. This is what we're going to do for you. Say something else stupid, you're going to get sniped. Say something intelligent, we may talk to you. It's Friday. I don't care. I've embraced villainy. I haven't seen you for a while. I went through a transformation. So you have a choice to make now, sir. This ain't a democracy over here. So we're going to give you 60 seconds to make your choice. Either you come in intelligently or you get sniped. And you will see the blue wrench. They will snipe you. So make your decision. Thank you so much. I told you, you say white people enough, they're going to come. We will put you where that sub is. Play with me if you want. The sun is coming out. I'm feeling enriched by the vitamin D. Play with me if you want. Now back to my show. So there you go, family. I bet you they put this up on July 20th. How much you want to bet? As soon as it hit 12:01, they said take that Juneteenth down and put this up. Cause we gotta sell beds. I wonder how much they selling their mattress for. And look, it's lasting till the 9th. What they beds look like? They selling everything. They selling everything, family. Home sale. They selling everything. Hey, little girl. Little girl. Little girl. She over there running around. Give me the line one time.
Say cut the check.
You can say it a little louder.
Okay. Say cut the check.
Thank you so much.
You like okay?
So, yeah. So you see how quick they said, y'all got to go. But anyway, back to April Ryan versus Corinne Jean-Pierre. The coon fight we did not need, but we will take it. Opal, as you know, was here, and it's always moving to hear her and to see her. And as you know, the president signed Juneteenth to be the most recent holiday about 2 years ago. Who cares? I'm not saying to Juneteenth. I'm saying that means nothing. It did not progress anything. Let's go. You gave federal workers a holiday. What that mean? After Ryan tried to interject, Jean-Pierre continued to avoid the reparations question because she's not in favor of it because she can't get anything. So I think that shows from that action. I'll give you more. I think that shows from that action how important the president thinks this moment is. How important he thinks that it is important to continue to lift up the African American community, and he'll continue to do so. Juneteenth has nothing to do with reparations. That is what I would surmise you guys would call an overture. If you're willing to do that, you're willing to talk about reparations. So let's get to the reparations. He don't want to talk about reparations because not only will he have to talk about reparations, again, he's going to have to admit on behalf of the U.S. government they did something wrong, but he's also going to have to admit that that's going to essentially end Biden's law, the 3 strikes law. It's literally going to take the anti-hate legislation that's going to come out of these discussions with reparations is going to wash Biden's law. And he can't have that because his legacy will be gone. That is his legacy, ladies and gentlemen, Biden's law. No, I owe whites an ass kicking. That's what I owe them. I owe Asians an ass kicking. Roberto Suarez. Fine. You owe whites everything. Your ancestors on the Hispanic side owe whites an ass kicking. But I forget, you play white. So good. Kick your own ass. Bullshit. You don't see black people attacking white people every day. Bullshit. There you go again. Stop listening to people on Twitter and social media that have blue checks who don't know nothing. Okay? You want to help me? Help me. I'm going to give you an assignment, Roberto, before you come back. And Florino, you know what to do in 60 seconds. When you figure out the problem in Owsley County, Kentucky, and get them right, then you get to talk about black people. Okay? Do that for me. When white people stop mass shooting people, you can come back and talk to me. When you get your mainstream media to talk about these mass shootings with white people and stop focusing on Chicago, then you can come back and talk to me. When I see white people progress this country forward instead of regressing it like they've been doing for the last 400 years, then y'all can come talk to me. When white people become original, then y'all can talk to me. Until then, no, I forgot one other thing. When y'all shut the border and actually come up with a comprehensive plan to bring immigrants in, then y'all can come talk to me. Until then, Roberto, grab you a plate of menudo, start your day off with Willie Colon, and get the fuck out of my comment thread. Because it's obvious you don't do no research. You regurgitate what you hear from Steven Crowder and Alex Jones and them, and then you think you're going to come to a black studio and talk shit. No, this is not how it works. What's the best time to visit Wakanda? It was on June 19th when they opened up the gate and let everybody come in. Now, you can take your ass over to where Blue Beetle and them live and George Lopez, and maybe he'll piss in your face and claim that it was water. Have fun. And Flournoy, you know what to do. Back to the show. The White House press secretary went on to state that the administration had not yet reviewed the reparations resolution brought forth by the Democrat Congresswoman from Missouri in May. Oh, I thought he was going to uplift the black community. He loves the black community so much. You even said, hey, I am at the intersection of black, queer, LGBT, and the Caribbean. I thought I thought that was you. Was that not you? You're his liaison, right? You're one of his liaisons, Corinne. So she brought this in May. We're almost 30 days or over 30 days. You're going to tell me not now one of y'all looked at that document, but y'all care about the black community so much, right? Make-believe BS? Sure. Like Mexicans, right? Mexicans are make-believe. Puerto Ricans are make-believe. Dominicans are make-believe. Oops. Spaniards, make-believe. Oops. I think you need to go do your history on whites and Latinos and see how make-believe they are. I don't think you want to have that question. I don't think you want to have that discussion. It might have you look internally at yourself, sir. Damn. Hey, by the way, most of your Hispanic music comes from black people. So yeah, everything after what y'all stole, make believe. Right, he got punked by John Gotti III. Actually, no. See, there you go. He didn't get punked. But again, y'all take any little wins. Sir, one day, maybe I'll just play all the videos of Floyd Mayweather punking Mexican and Spanish fighters. Maybe I should just do that. Risk the copyright. I should just do that, right? You acted like animals. Boy, don't let me start bringing up the bullfighting videos when the bull get tired of y'all and he jumped in stands. Don't do that. Should I play the running of the bulls? Don't play with me, sir. Italians punked us. Bumpy Johnson would like a word with you, sir. Nicky Barnes would like a word with you, sir. But you right. You right. Oh, by the way, since you want to talk like that, ask Lulu Ask Ace. Ask Ace up in Harlem what happened to Lulu. Ask him what happened. Since you want to say that y'all the greatest thing ever. Ask him. We don't do that, sir. See, there y'all go again. Y'all so worried about us. Look at you. You're emotional. The boy emotional, folk. He's so emotional. Look at him. He emotional. I ain't even gonna block you because when people watch this back, they gonna look. You emotional on a Friday. Any day above ground, live it. You are emotional, sir. How are you this pissed before 10 o'clock? That is hilarious. Look at you. And you so bad at trolling? Sir, come on now. That's what we not gonna do this morning. Oh my God. Fam, he's so upset. Oh my God. Roberto, come on. You could do better than this, fam. You said we killing each other. Boy, stop. Your people just did a mass shooting at a resort in Mexico. That's supposed to be considered a safe area. Cut it out. And you bring up, and I bet you're going to bring up Chicago. I bet you will. Chicago is light. That's light work. By the way, that mass shooting in Chicago that happened in the north part or southwest part, I'm sorry. How come they haven't found out who the shooter was yet? Because again, if it was black people, they would have had the shooter already. That should tell you something. But all right, we're not gonna go there. Yes, today is gonna be a great day, Torian. You are exactly right. Today is gonna be a great day. The sun is out. Black people about to get that vitamin D. It's going to be beautiful. Now, Torian, I'm talking about the one that they had over the weekend for Juneteenth up outside of Chicago. That all them white people ran around saying that was us, but they still ain't got no suspect. And Florida, let him rock. It's okay. Let him rock. Let him rock. It's okay. Let him rock. Because again, I could easily put up a video of Floyd Mayweather knocking out or giving that word to a goddamn Mexican or Spanish fighter. I could do that. I could do that. But I'm not going to. Because I'm not mean. I'm a very nice guy. Y'all know this. I'm very nice. I am so nice. Ain't I nice, family? I am nice, right? I just want to be here for my people. I just want to show them things, let them think. I just want to do things. That's all I want to do. I just want to live life. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. And then they come in here and talk shit all day. I don't get it. I could put up a picture like this, and that if I did that, I'd be mean. Right? I'd be mean. No, they didn't put no sand in there. They put flavor in the tagine. Living your life like it's golden on the Jill side, Scott side of the game. There you go. We almost done. Hey, Black Light, I'm gonna give you a show idea. Leaving the barrio. I love when they come in and talk shit on black people, but white people been cosplaying Latinos for years, and y'all never had a problem with it. But okay. Again, I could do that. I'm not mean, folks. I don't mean to be like this. I don't mean to do this. They just won't leave me alone. I don't mean to do this. Just leave me alone. I could show things like this, but I won't do that because I'm mean. That's somebody tattooed Floyd with that on. I could do that. I'm not that mean. I'm not mean. Okay? Y'all love talking about black folks, but y'all love Floyd Mayweather. Y'all just won't admit it. I could do that. I'm not going to do that, though. That's mean as fuck. Leave me alone. But let me continue. It is, here we go. The White House press secretary went on to state that the administration had not yet reviewed the reparations resolution brought forward by the Democratic Congresswoman from Missouri in May, Cori Bush, which says that the federal government must provide reparations to descendants of enslaved black people and the people of African descent. No, it's descendants of enslaved black people. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Because once you say that, this part is already in there. Full stop. Y'all trying to put the rest of us in there. We're not qualified. We're not of this soil. Cut that out. But okay. It is time for our government to formally apologize for the state-sanctioned institution of child slavery and subsequent anti-black institutions, laws, and practices, reads the resolution, and enact a comprehensive and holistic reparations program. Okay, fine. Bush spoke on the bill during a press conference on May 17 that said slavery continues to impact the lives of black people in multiple ways, such as voter suppression and healthcare. You lying. Voter suppression is not affecting us, because if it did, Stacey Abrams would be governor. Mandela Barnes would have won. Black people came out for Stacey. She just did not realize that Atlanta is not Georgia. And she was a terrible candidate because she went and overexposed herself for 2 years. I tell a lie, 4 years. She overexposed herself. And like most black parents will tell you, you hang around somebody long enough, their bad habits are going to come out. But okay. We know how slavery's impact lives on today, from the black-white wealth gap to voter suppression to segregation at red line to disparities in infant mortality rates and other health outcomes. She said those are not the natural consequences of human society. They're directly caused by our federal government's role in the enslavement and exploitation of black people throughout our history and white supremacy. But you forgot to add that. I know why you didn't add that. The reparations resolution also seeks an apology from the federal government and demands it provides reparations in all necessary forms, including financial compensation, as well as rectify ongoing harms against black people by the federal government. Jean-Pierre said she couldn't speak on the resolution because she hadn't seen it, but added that the president wanted to see a reparation study. You could have just talked to Ice Cube and ended all this, but okay. As it relates to reparations, I saw just moments ago the Cori Bush's resolution, said Jean-Pierre. We haven't reviewed the proposal yet. Bitch, you just said y'all didn't read it. You see how they lie? You just said they didn't see it. She just said it here. Where is it? Right here. You just said the administration had not yet reviewed the reparations resolution. How do you come down here then and lie? And say you just saw it moments ago? What? Why didn't you say this first? But she represents the black community.
If you're not careful, I'll give you a look at.
But she represents the black community. Okay. Sure. I'll give it to you. As it relates to reparations, I saw just moments ago the Cory Bush's resolution, said Jean-Pierre. We haven't reviewed the proposal yet. It's a new proposal, so I'll take a look at it. So I can't comment on that specifically, but the president has been really clear when it, as in relation to reparation, it's reparations. He wants to see a study of reparations, and that he saw the study for fucking 28 years. What are you talking about? Oh, God. They just love lying, but okay. And studying the continuing impacts of slavery. You see it every damn day. He believes that is incredibly important. Go look at all them black people that have stories of being underwritten for their appraisals on their homes. That's a direct, that's biggest thing ever. But again, that deals with the banks, and Biden's in with the banks. So, okay. Oh my God. But she represents black people. All right. Ryan asked if Biden was to support payouts after the study was completed, while noting that paying reparations was a controversial issue. And Jean-Pierre continued to say how important it was for Biden to study the impact of slavery. Study. You could study for 4 years and get your degree and not do nothing with it. They're smart. No, they're not. They're dumb. Does the president believe in financial repair for the descendants of Africans in this nation? Okay. And somebody has the clip up. So look, I will say this. We got to let the study move forward. We got to see what the study shows, she said. And we got to continue to study the impact of she couldn't even say slavery. Holy crap. There's something that the president believes that we need to do. So that's incredibly important. Twitter users noted that Jean-Pierre seemed to say a lot without saying much. You mean she pulled the Kamami? She pulled the Kamamiism? That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it Kamalaisms. That's a new word for y'all, family. Kamalaisms. Word salad. Say a lot without saying nothing. One user wrote, she said a whole bunch of nothing. Another Twitter user replied, she speaks gibberish too. The Reparations Now resolution introduced by Bush has been endorsed by hundreds of organizations, including but not limited to the National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations in America, Color of Change, the Rainbow Push Coalition, Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International USA, the Japanese American Citizens League, and the National Council of Jewish Women. I'm going to read that again. I want y'all to put in the chat what organization you did not hear me read off. The Reparations Now resolution introduced by Bush has been endorsed by hundreds of organizations, including but not limited to the National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations in America. That is my kid. Color of Change, the Rainbow Push Coalition, Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International USA, the Japanese American Citizens League, and the National Council of Jewish Women. What organization did you not hear me read? And Roberto's still talking. Hey, Roberto, go get your reparations from white people. Spain owes y'all a whole bunch of money. Hey, Roberto, I'm doing a remake of Selena, and guess who I'm going to use? I'm going to use Zendaya. Zendaya is going to be Selena. And then when we do the J-Lo story, guess who's going to be J-Lo? Zendaya. So again, what organization did I not read off? Hey, when I do the what they call it, when I do the Brock Lesnar story, no, when I do the Canelo Alvarez story, I'm gonna use Brock Lesnar. When I do the story about Julio Cesar Chavez, I'm going to use I'm going to use Mike Myers. I'm going to bring him out of retirement. When they do the Jessica Cruz movie with Green Lantern, let's see. Maybe I should use Jocelyn Hernandez since she identifies as white. Nah, that'd be too easy. Nah, that'd be too. We'll use Lauren Boebert. There you go. Colorado's finest. We'll use Lauren Boebert. My man called him a queso eater. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. You called him a queso eater. That is hilarious. I used the RPG-7 on him, so it's okay. Now, Jay Fields, you know you're wrong for that. But anyway, out of this article, I said, what organization did you not hear? You did not hear the National Association for the Advancement of Coons and Pan-Africans. Why is the NAACP not endorsing this? Makes you wonder now, doesn't it? Biden was encouraged in a letter last February by 365 human and civil rights organizations, as well as dozens of activists, to create a federal commission to study reparations by executive order by Juneteenth. While the president claims to support studying reparations, he has yet to set up a federal commission. And that's the man you're advocating for. But all right. No, John Guillory, and good morning to you. He does not know how to troll. Okay. That was a bad attempt at trolling. Very bad. That is a good one. Remake LA Bamba with The Weeknd. What about West Side Story? We'll just use a dark skin. We'll use a dark skinned Dominican. We'll piss him off. Let's do that. What was that Pixar movie they did? Encantino, whatever the hell it was. Was it Encantino? I probably said it. Encanto. Yeah, we should do the sequel. We should definitely do the sequel. And it should just be nothing but real Afro Latinos. What? Oh, by the way, Roberto, since you're probably still listening, I make tacos better than y'all. I make Spanish food better than y'all. Y'all black beans cannot touch mine. I said it. But okay. Family, you have been educated for the day. There's going to be others. Torian will educate you later. Beezilla educate you later. Other channels will educate you later. Yes, there were no there were none. There were none. They're not serious. But okay. They love to say that Biden loves us, yet he's getting impeached. And you know what? For the most part, black people don't care. We don't. That's a white supremacist problem. But then they lie. They constantly lie and say, hey, we're here for you, black people. Remember, Biden said that to us. Hey, y'all were there for me, so I'm going to be here for you. Yeah, okay. How'd that work? It didn't work well, now did it? We're regressing. They don't want to admit it. He took accountability. We took our kids out of these schools. They didn't report on it. They try to use woke every 5 minutes. It sounds stupid. Here we go. They wanted us to worry about a sub. We don't care. Russia's moving nuclear weapons into Belarus. And now his Putin's old defense secretary is warning the world that if you try this maneuver that y'all are planning, we're going to take that as an act of aggression and we're going to respond. And that means we're going to go take out your leaders. We're going to take out your countries, your infrastructure. They don't want you to worry about that. They want you to worry about Corinne Jean-Pierre talking about she's standing with black people during Pride Month. And then I go read and she can't even articulate the stance of the administration on reparations. I would have preferred y'all said y'all don't support it. So then we know how to move accordingly. That may be coming soon. We will see. We will see. I don't know if I want her near the stove yet. She's a little too curious. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get ready to head to the plantation. I appreciate y'all coming in. And shout out to Roberto. I mean, it must suck where he lives because there's nothing going on for him to come up in here and troll black people. Must suck. But yeah, if you believe Corinne Jean-Pierre represents us, give me a 1. If she don't, give me a 2, and then I'm getting up out of her.
Look! We just want the money! You guys walk away!
Thank you, Maxwell. Yes, the 2. She don't represent me. She don't represent you. She don't even represent Haitians well. I said it. Oh, by the way, speaking of Haitians, did y'all know that the channel Scam Likely, he put up the full podcast episode? Yes, he did. And you know your boy had to download it. Oh, I downloaded it just in case he tried to take it down. Family, when I tell you it was a lot more disrespectful than the 20-minute clip they put up. Oh, it was very disrespectful. We may talk about that on Saturday. We may talk about that on Saturday. Yeah. It was worse than originally thought. They had a lot more to say. They tell on themselves. Okay, we need all that. We need all that. We need all that. But that might be Saturday morning. So if you want to join in, that might be a full panel. I ain't sure yet. But anyway, let me get up out of here. Y'all take care, stay safe. Make sure you get that vitamin D in your system. And y'all know what to do when the agitators of peace come to mess up your existence. Why is my computer messing up now? It's back now. You do this.